We got the TX22 again today. This time I figured I'd talk about my particular model here, my example of it. I did have some issues with this. I'm just going to start with that. Oh, no, back up. I want to assure you that this gun is not loaded and it's nice and safe for everybody to enjoy. No ammo in the magazine, no ammo in the chamber, so you're safe out there. So what I want to point out here with my particular example was that this rear sight, when I got it from the store, nobody really played with it supposedly before I got it. The screw that holds the sight in place from shifting left and right, that's kind of a locking screw, was not screwed down all the way, and it was cross-threaded. So actually, thankfully, it was not screwed down all the way, because if it was, probably would have had to replace the sight. As it turned out, I just had to back the screw out and then thread it in properly. So that was kind of disappointment to get it that way from the factory. Front sight seemed fine. I guess I should also mention this is still an unfired TX22. I have yet to get time to take it to the range, which is a bit frustrating, but hey, life goes on. Other than that one issue, I did not find anything else wrong with this gun, just in looking at it. Now again, it hasn't been fired, so for all I know it's going to be a jam-o-matic, but we'll see. I'm very tempted to polish up all these contact points to give it a nice smooth glide against the aluminum slide. So we have an aluminum slide, and these are steel. So my concern here is that if these aren't really smooth, they're going to dig into this aluminum. So you guys can do what you want. I'm probably going to polish any steel contact points inside the gun here that touch the aluminum rail, or the aluminum slide, excuse me. So I wanted to mention that those are steel pieces inside. I also wanted to make sure that people knew that this is a steel mag catch. Okay, so now you got a plastic magazine with a steel mag catch. So again, what that's going to tell me is you have two very different hardness materials, two different wear levels of material, wear types of material. So more than likely this mag catch is going to eventually tear into this little, let's see if I can get it right there, that little notch that holds the magazine in place. And this magazine is going to wear out, and it's not going to seat properly. It may snap in, but it may not snap in fully. You know, that there's potential for issues there. That goes in there. Can I do that on YouTube? I don't know. We'll set it aside, not actually put it all the way in. The guide rod, I think I heard some people saying that this is a steel guide rod from the factory. Maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know, but just so you know, this is not steel. Now, spring obviously is steel, but the actual rod is not. Does that matter in a .22 caliber handgun? I seriously doubt it. The barrel, I don't know. Not sure what to say about this other than I had some concerns, and I saw some other people had concerns about whether or not you can dry fire this gun. So So what I did to figure out if mine was going to have an issue with that, I don't want peening of the firing pin and all that good stuff. So I did something that you could try on your own. We push the barrel back here. I have to depress the safety here for the firing pin. And while we're doing that, if we're coordinated enough, we could push the firing pin forward. So what we're trying to do here is determine if, do you feel as you push back on the barrel, do you feel any resistance when you push the firing pin forward? And does the barrel move? Can you move the barrel with the firing pin? Because that's what's going to cause damage to your firing pin. Is if the firing pin is hitting the breech face on the barrel, and it does not make contact with mine. I can tap this and try to see if it'll bump the barrel out. It doesn't. So you can do what you want with yours. I know mine's safe to dry fire. So there's just enough gap between that firing pin sticking out down there, which you probably can't see in this lighting, but there's just enough space so that it doesn't touch the barrel. So I feel real good about that, because I like to dry fire this, and you have to dry fire it to take it apart. I do have a concern. I've seen some videos about this breaking. Actually, I could see how you could do it easily on your own just by racking the slide back really hard. This being aluminum, that's not a lot of material. I could see if you're used to heavier guns, you could pull back on the slide pretty hard, and you could actually damage that yourself. And it's not unheard of for aluminum to have flaws in it that would make it weaker. So just in firing, it may eventually weaken a break. So not to discredit or attempt to discredit anybody else who has had this fail naturally in just using it. I'm totally confident that that could happen, but I'm also saying that just racking the slide manually could damage an aluminum piece like this. The finish on mine is green splatter. I guess I like it because it's different, but I don't know that it's any more appealing than just a black gun to me. But that was the one they had in stock. That was the one that my local gun store had on sale. So I thought it would be cool to have something a little different. So that's green splatter. And let's see, what else can we say about this? I guess if I had a wish on this, it would be that the contact points would all be the same material. You may not be able to make a full metal slide just because it's too heavy, but if you make this aluminum and you make this aluminum, I think that would be better. If you make this steel, and if you could somehow put some kind of steel inserts in here, just so that was the primary contact point. I mean, you got a steel piece in here, right? I just wish they had a way to put some steel inserts maybe in the front and the back. Well, maybe that wouldn't work because you only have a couple contact points on the frame. So you really need a steel insert that rides the full length of the travel of the slide. So that might be tough to do, but again, that would be my wish that they had put into the design. So far I really like it, but again, never been to the range, don't know how well it works. I'll report back when I find out. I think that's all we have today. Thanks for watching. Bye.